So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Roma Theory, and today we're discussing renewal of contracts, which are very, very big. At a moment where I think Roma fans have heard a lot of question marks on one particular situation. A situation regarding Chris Smalling. Will Chris Smalling renew a new contract with Roma? Or will Smalling leave? Now, that is the big question, and there have been articles, there have been rumors, confirmed by many big sources, which is, at the end of the day, the most important thing. Because if big sources say that something is going to happen, then they are the ones which we have to look up to. But I just think, as of now, obviously, Roma's transfer plan is to improve the team, but at the same time, don't lose pieces which can be useful to the team. That is definitely what I'm understanding when it comes to Mourinho and Thiago Pinto collaborating, speaking about the transfer objectives, and obviously, you know, we have a list of players which we want to buy. We also have a list of players presented from Mourinho to Thiago Pinto of players where Thiago Pinto has to work on, the Fredkins have to work on, and the agents of the players have to work on to find an agreement to renew the contracts with the team. And right now, I think the two biggest renewal of contract situations are Chris Smalling and Nico Zaniolo. Now, I think Smalling is definitely the most important one because Smalling's contract ends this summer in 2023, and Inter Milan and Juventus have shown interest. They have shown interest, and this can be a completely new situation, but at the same time, it could be the same situation as what happened with Mkhitaryan. This is a photocopy. It's a Control-C, Control-V of the Mkhitaryan situation this summer. Mkhitaryan enjoyed his time at Roma. His contract ended. We presented an offer to him to renew his contract. Other clubs, such as Inter Milan, presented an offer to buy him. And then Mkhitaryan chose the Inter Milan path. Roma do not want to repeat this mistake again. This is very clear. And in fact, let's get kind of what the situation is going on, what is happening in this situation, and let's see what Gianluca Di Marzio says. Now, Gianluca Di Marzio is a Sky Sport journalist, alongside Fabrizio Romano. He is one of the biggest reliable sources out there, especially when it comes to Italian transfer market, and he has two very important things to say. This is something very long which he has tweeted, he has put on his own website, and let's kind of get a taste of what this situation looks like. And the first tweet which he says is, Inter and Juventus have started to get information on the English, expiring with Roma next summer. Growing rumors that the footballer's entourage have not found either a confirmation or even a denial of the situation, deliberately leaving the field open to every possible future scenario. Roma this time don't want to be a passive spectator, despite Smalling seeming to want to sit down at the window and listen to as many offers as possible, including Roma, but including other clubs as well. He wants to listen to everyone, at least until the end of January, when the renewal option until 2024 will be activated at the 29th presence this season. Therefore, what he's saying, I think, is significant, because it means that Smalling wants to sit down and wants to listen to every offer which approaches him. Now, Smalling is aware that this will be his last big contract signing. He is 33 years old. His career will not drag on very further. He has shown that he is a fixed player in this team, that Mourinho is fully dependent on him, that Roma's defense is fully dependent on him. The fans absolutely love him. He loves the fans. He loves the clubs. He wants to stay longer. But at the same time, he's looking at his career and he's going, right, I am about to retire in a bit, not quite. I just want to listen to all the offers and then decide with my entourage, with my agents, with my family, what the best option is. So right now, there is a big question mark on Smalling. We don't know if Smalling will renew his contract, but I think right now, it's also a mistake to say that Inter Milan and Juventus are getting closer to him, because Inter Milan and Juventus obviously are trying to buy him on a free agent. But it's not going to be easy, because Smalling hasn't completely cut out Roma. He said, I love the club. I would love to stay, but let me figure out by myself, with the help of my agents, what the best option will be. Now, something very interesting which Gianluca Di Marzio has said is that until the end of January, he has a renewal option until 2024, which will be activated at the 29th presence. So in his last signing of the contract, Smalling signed this clause which says that at his 29th presence of the season, so at the 29th game which he starts in the season, it automatically activates an option for him to renew until 2024. Now, I do think if he renews his contract with Roma, it will be a 1/2 year contract, not more. But I do think Smalling has to renew. We are fully dependent on Smalling. If we lose Smalling, you see, if we lose Smalling, we have to rebuild the defense all over again. If we don't lose Smalling, we can build on Smalling. And that's two very completely different things. Because if we lose Smalling, then we have to rebuild our defense. Because Mancini and Ibanez have both shown that without Smalling there, they are liabilities all the way through. If we do renew Smalling's contract, then what happens is that we can build on Smalling. And if we have Smalling and Ndika together, alongside Ibanez, who's growing exponentially, and Mancini, who's the more aggressive one, I think we can get out there competing with big defenses. If we don't, we keep on losing pieces, buying pieces, losing pieces, and there is never a real growth, and never a real evolution. That's what I'm trying to say. But I mean, we'll see what Smalling says. Obviously, a very important thing which I think will play a massive part in this is just seeing the position of Smalling in a club. Realistically speaking, at Roma, Smalling, I'd say, without Dybala, is the center of the team. Because you can tell that the players depend on him. You can tell that the players with him in defense are more secure and more confident. He's at the center of everything. Mourinho loves him. The fans love him. The club loves him. And just the game time loves him. At Inter Milan or at Juventus, realistically speaking, is he going to play as much as he is going to play at Roma? Is he going to be at the center of the attention as he is going to be at Roma? When Juventus have got two Brazilian defenders who are two starter players in the Brazilian national team. I'm speaking about Danilo, Bremer, and you add on Alexandro, that makes three. And Inter Milan have got, I see him more at Inter Milan than Juventus 100%. Inter Milan are going to sell Skriniar this summer, therefore they need replacements. I just think it's a matter of center of attention. And I think it's going to play a big part, because Smalling right now is the center of everything. Yes, maybe without Dybala he is even more at the center of everything, but it would be a lie to us to say that without Smalling we would be where we are now in the league and in the Europa League. Smalling has saved us God knows how many times, and Smalling does know that. You know, he's had a surname, Smaldini. That means a lot. So yeah, now obviously Thiago Pinto is again preparing a strategy here. Thiago Pinto's strategy is offering him a 2-year contract for him to renew, and this is what Gianluca Di Marzio says about the Thiago Pinto plan. From that moment on, the Englishman will have to communicate his will to the club, renew his contract, or wait for new offers. Perhaps playing upwards with other offers on the table. Clear scenarios, but already seen from the ports of Trigoria, in which Roma do not intend to participate again. He's speaking about how this is a very similar situation to Mkhitaryan, and Roma are kind of intending to not be just there spectating this, but actually play a big part in renewing and potentially, you know, offer more money than Inter Milan. A concept reiterated by Thiago Pinto to the players' entourage in the last meeting, which was the last October, when a further path was proposed. A 2-year renewal with a lower salary than the 3.5 million received. And this is where I think, I don't know, I think we have to offer more money. Because at the end of the day, Smalling is coming towards the end of his career. Smalling this will be his last main contract. Therefore, he's going to try and monetize as much as possible. Therefore, we have to step up. And this will be the same with Nico as well. If Nico demands that increase in salary, if Nico demands that 4/4.5 million salary, then we can't expect us wanting to keep Nico if we don't offer that. That's significant. We cannot expect players to kind of lower their salaries, because that's a situation which 1 out of 100 players do. You don't see a player these days, unless your name is Francesco Totti, which goes, right, you know what? Fine, I'm going to lower it. I just want to stay in the club. I want to lower my salaries. Then, you know, football has evolved in a very different way. You don't see loyal players anymore. Therefore, the only way to keep your vital players is to step up those offers. And let me tell you one thing. Juventus and Inter Milan are interested in him. Juventus are not in a position to start spending more money than pre-planned with all that is happening. Juventus are risking a lot. You know, with the Agnelli situation, with the Agnelli reassignment, they are going through a lot, because they know that they've committed scandals. They know that they have lowered the values of their players to pay them less money, and they know that that is against FIFA regulations. They know that they will be punished, and they're risking a lot. People say that they could be relegated for this, for a punishment. It won't happen, because Juventus have got the power, but they will be punished. And the 3 massive punishments which are being discussed for Juventus right now are losing points in the table, which is good for us, being banned to enter the transfer market for these next couple of seasons, and massive fines. If even one of these 3 options is gonna get applied to them, they will be in a position to not spend a lot of money. Therefore, I think the real threat will come from the Milan team, from Inter Milan. And we know what happened with Mkhitaryan. We do not want to repeat the same mistake, because otherwise, this links with what we said last time. We are not learning from our mistakes. And, you know, if I'm not wrong, we kind of equaled Inter Milan's offer at the end of the day, but then Mkhitaryan wanted to change. He just won a trophy. He wanted a new adventure. And that is something I think Mourinho will, as always, play a massive part in this, to discuss how important Smalling is to him and how Roma's project is to build, especially in these next few seasons, the defense around Smalling until he retires. And that will be significant. Center of attention will be significant as well. But then we come into the finances, we come into the economic side, we have to step up. And this is where Thiago Pinto and Mourinho and Smalling's agent will have a lot of collaborations. As of now, Smalling is not close in leaving. Smalling is not close in renewing. Smalling is at the center of everything. He is 50-50. He has said, I just want to listen to all offers. The best one, I will accept. And don't think that the best offer will be the most rich offer. The best offer will also be when it comes to kind of symbolizing Smalling, what Smalling will mean to the team. And I think Roma right there are leading the race. But obviously, we'll see what happens. As always, I'll keep you updated on what happens. And yeah, if you haven't already, please make sure to smash that subscribe button, smash the like button, and let me know in the comments what you think will happen if Smalling doesn't renew, the situation around Smalling, and where do you think Smalling will go? Will he stay? Will he go? Should I stay? Should I go? Just let me know in the comments. And yeah, I've said this already. I'm gonna say it again for new subscribers, for new entries and stuff. There will be a Christmas giveaway, first giveaway on the channel, for a chance to win something. It will be announced in next week, I think. So yeah, all you need to do right now is be subscribed, smash that bell button to be notified every time one of my live streams or videos goes live, and like every single video or live stream. And yeah, I'll catch you very soon. Speak to you soon, lads. Simon out.